Let's go. What we're going to do in the topic of today's conference is how to guarantee and how to get at least one listing and one sale every single month. You will have a proven system to be able to at least get a listing and a sale every month. Now, in our market, of course, if you get a listing and a sale every month, that's a pretty good living. And in addition to that, it's more than what most agents do in and of itself, as you know. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to log in to Rookie Success, and I'm going to go to the classroom section, and then I'm going to go to the Quick Start section. Now, from Quick Start, and I'm not sure if you've done this, but this is definitely a good place to start as well. And you'll see it, is your screen changed at this point? Yeah. Okay, terrific. When you look down here, you'll see a link that goes to the one-in-one program. And we're going to click on that link. And that should have changed your screen also. Yeah. And what you'll see in that link are a couple of things. The one-in-one program consists of for sale by owners and open houses. And I'll tell you why we start there and why that's done. When you're looking for listings out there, the people that are jumping up and screaming, "Hey, here I am, let's go, I'm ready to list," are for sale by owners. The challenge in a lot of cases that some people have with for sale by owners is that the for sale by owners have probably been inundated with phone calls by other agents. And the challenge with that is that the other agents are actually going to them, and I always tell this story because it amazed me now that I look back on it, but when in my rookie year, I used to go into the office, and there was a guy that had been there a little bit longer than I had, and he went in every single morning, and at 7 to 7:30, he made his for sale by owner calls. And the interesting thing, and the thing that sticks out in my mind, is that his conversation with the for sale by owners was basically boiled down to, "Are you stupid? Do you know how hard it is to sell your house yourself? And why are you not using me?" Now, if you'd gotten that phone call at between 7 and 7:30 in the morning and you were a for sale by owner, what would you do?
I would not be happy.
The funny thing is that that's what people are teaching people to do. They're teaching the approach to for sale by owners as a fear-based approach instead of a consulting-based approach. And the facts speak for themselves. When you are in a consulting mode, and especially when you're talking to for sale by owners, and for sale by owners, almost 90% of them will list within 29 to 30 days. So they don't sell that many houses, and the challenge is getting them to list with you. Wouldn't you agree?
Right.
Well, let's go through how to do it, and how to do it on much more of a consulting base. What you'll see here, and this is also in the for sale by owner section too, have you gone through this section by any chance?
A little bit, yeah.
Okay. If you'll notice when you go through it, it's got 3 videos, and then it's got each of the forms and materials that to use when you're doing that. And I'm just going to open a couple of these and just go through the action plan because I don't want to take this entire call and, I want to answer some questions from you and see where some specific challenges on this program are. But when you go through this, bear with me as I open the action plan. Okay. Do you see the action plan on your screen now?
Yes, there it is.
Good. If you notice this, and you can modify this action plan as much as you want to, but let's talk about the first call. When you find a for sale by owner and you make the first call, it's not a call to say, "Hey, I want your listing," or the other thing that I see taught, quite frankly, in real estate training sessions is, "Hey, I have a buyer that's interested in your house and I'd like to bring them by." Well, that's a lie, obviously, 9 times out of 10, because most of the agents don't have a buyer for their specific house. They're trying to call to get the listing. the conversation, instead of saying, hey, I want your listing, or hey, I've got a buyer, is, you know, hi, I was driving by the neighborhood, I saw your sign, or I noticed your ad in the paper. I'm not calling to get your listing. I'm not going to lie to you and tell you I have a buyer that's the perfect one for your house and I'd like to bring them by. You've probably heard that enough. And what I'm calling for is I am an agent. I do work in the area, and I would just like to come by and see your home. And that's it. Now, if you're a for sale by owner, what's your reaction to that phone call?
It's so much better than the first call.
It is.
Yeah.
You know, it's not intrusive. It's not a call that is going to say, oh gosh, just another person trying to sell me or get me to list my home. I don't want to list my home. Because if they're in the first 2 weeks, they're not going to list their home. They have got it in their head that they can do it better than you can, that they can do everything that you can and save money. Now, we know that 9 times out of 10 that's not true, but they don't yet. But that's okay, because we're going to show them as time goes on and as we do things for them that we can do a terrific job, and that's why we make money, why we are the professionals and do this for a living. But when you go by and when you make that appointment, and you'll get appointments by doing this often. I mean, you will probably get about 80% of the people that you call, you will be able to set up an appointment to go by and see their house on that very first call. Now, imagine this and keep this number in mind. If you had 5 of these a week, and you're getting 80% of those, that's 3 to 4 appointments per week that you're dropping into. Those are 3 to 4 seller, almost, and look at them as a seller presentation as opposed to just a for sale by owner presentation. Because if you do this program, you will convert anywhere between, I've seen numbers between 40 as a low up to 70% as a high for conversion rates with this program.
Wow.
That's huge.
Okay.
It's massive. So when you do that, when you go to the door, what you're doing is you're walking up to the door and you're introducing yourself and saying, hey, thank you very much. I don't want to take too much of your time, but definitely show me through the house and let me see why you bought it, some of the other things that you're doing, what you have done to the house, and that's it. When you're walking through, you're going to ask questions like, why are you moving? And when you ask those questions, you're looking for a couple of things. You're looking for their motivation, because this is useful information for the future. You're also trying to find out if by any chance you can help them with the buy side of a home, because there's a chance that you can pick them up as a buyer and a listing. And when you leave, you drop off the for sale by owner package, and you can download that right off of Rookie Success too. So definitely do that. You'll see there that it is right here. You'll see the FSBO guide.
Oh yeah.
That's what that is. And when you do that, it is it's about a 30-page guide. Go through and change the names and numbers, of course, to yours, so they call you. Because right now it has just in parentheses your name and your phone number and things like that. And it's pretty easy to do. And when you print it out, staple it in the corners, and just hand it to them and say, hey, thank you very much. I hope this helps you. It's got some useful information. If there's anything I can do, please don't hesitate to give me a call. So that is your whole first interaction with that for sale by owner. It's non-intrusive. It's not telling them they're stupid, and it's not going after their listing, which they've heard. Now already, when you walk out of that house, they're going, wow, the agent said they're not calling to get my listing, and they really didn't ask for it, and they gave me this package, so, God, this is different than what I've been getting, and it is. It's a lot different than anything else that they've been getting up to this point.